Good morning, my loves. I'm Ebony. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome and thanks for joining me today. Today, it's been sitting on me, sitting heavy on my heart to the last couple of days from the video that I posted the other day where I was saying how was feeling alone. That definitely is still the case, but that's not, sorry, the lighting is terrible. That's not all the way 1,000% true. And today's video, I just wanted to talk about self-awareness and paying attention to your thoughts and how important it is to sit with your emotions first. And I'm going to share it. I'll tell you more. But basically, I think it's important for us to sit with our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions and sit with them first and then verbally express our feelings and emotions from that point of view if we even feel the same. So just say, for example, I always refer to like relationships because people tend to always have a better understanding when it comes to relationship stuff for some reason. So say you're in a relationship, whether it just be your boyfriend, girlfriend, your actual spouse, and say you're angry and you guys just had an argument. But, you can be real impulsive and you can run back and tell your friend, your sister, your mom. It's like, we just had this argument about blah, 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 blah. And he or she did this way. And it's just unforgivable type of situation. Then you get them all amped up and you get them all emotionally involved, and you sit with it for a little bit, or you guys are at a space now where you're able to effectively communicate what happened and where the miscommunication was, and you realize, oh wow, this was a deeper issue and this is why he or she reacted this way. Or I was feeling some type of way and I was projecting, but I was so in my own space and in my own feelings that I didn't realize that the person's reaction was a cause of my projection. So that's why I'm getting the backlash. So then you're like, okay, I understand. We can go back to normal. But now your friends, your family, they're involved. So they don't care anymore what happened or what your understanding of the situation was. All they know is your point of view and what you told them. And they're running with that. So with that being said, it's just really important to not be so impulsive and to sit with your feelings and emotions and see if that's really what you're feeling. So I'm sorry, this is like terrible with the sun in the way. But I'm saying this because I feel like the other day, I'm not disregarding my whole complete emotions and feelings of feeling alone, but I do feel like a lot of what was going on in my mind at that time wasn't fully what I was really experiencing. And I'm going to be real transparent in this video. I've been trying to be real transparent in my videos because I am a former people pleaser and perfectionist, and I was putting so much emotion and feeling and energy into being perfect and looking perfect. But now it's like, okay, this is the reality of it. So I feel like where I'm at now in my life, I am on a journey to go up. So I feel like whoever is going to be with me, I want you guys to see where I'm at now and to see me grow. And I think it's easier for me to share this for the fact that I know that this isn't going to be a forever situation. So, it's been about a month now. Literally yesterday was a month that I had my tower moment, and the things that no longer served me were removed from my life. Meaning everything that people typically have, a car, a home, a job, all that type of stuff. And I'm not currently in my own home, but I am in somewhere that is, for the most part, comfortable, in a good place to stay until I'm supposed to be out of that situation. So I was feeling like where I was staying, I wasn't feeling welcome. And I'm trying to think of how to explain this. I was feeling like I was being a burden, and I feel like where I was staying, it just wasn't where I was supposed to be. But what I was doing, I was projecting my insecurities. I've been on my own since 15. I've been living on my own since 19. So this is a huge transition for me, to be in someone else's space, to not be the head of household. And it's like I said, it's only been a month, so I'm just getting into the acceptance of it all. And I was at the time feeling like, obviously it's not, nowhere is perfect. And if you're not in your own space, it's not going to be, it can be only as comfortable as you can make it. You know what I mean? So, because I'm not in my comfort zone, this is beyond uncomfortable for me. So what I was doing was, in my mind, I'm playing it as like, I'm in the way. I'm a burden. I should be doing more. And as people in society, we don't know how to just relax in our own homes, let alone in someone else's. So I'm like constantly just trying to do stuff to stay or look busy or look useful, so that I'm not just feeling like, okay, I'm just in somebody's house and I'm just sitting on my ass all day, when that's obviously not the case. But I was making it into a thing that they felt that way and they were projecting that on me. But it was me, so then I'm giving this like attitude of like, why are you treating me a certain way? And I wasn't being treated any type of way. Like, this is the point of the video. It's so important to pay attention to your thoughts. Is this something that's actually happening? Or is it something that you're not comfortable with and you are putting this in your own mind because you're just not comfortable? And as I stated before, like, we're supposed to be working, we're supposed to be doing all this stuff, and we're supposed to be useful in the world, and we're not supposed to just be relaxing. So it's like, I put that on myself. Nobody was doing that to me. Nobody was making me do anything. And I feel like I need to take accountability for the emotions that I was in, that no one else put on me, that I put on myself, because, again, I am out of my comfort zone and I am not comfortable. And that's why I'm saying, Sit with the emotions, sit with the feelings, sit with the real energy, sit with, why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel this? It's not always going to be the case that you're just feeling your own feelings, but sometimes it could be, you know what I mean? And I think it's very important that you pay attention to that before you share. Because I did talk to other people about how I was feeling, and they only knew from my point of view. So of course they're just egging on my feeling, my ego, and just the negative that came with the feeling of it. But they don't really know what's going on. They only know from their prior experience of if they ever stayed with someone, or this is what it's like from their experience. And then I'm adding on mine. So we're just correlating as it's all the same thing when it's not, because that's not the reality of what's really happening. I hope this makes sense. And back on the topic of hustle bustle mode and having to always be doing something, I feel like right at this moment, God is wanting me to sit down, all the way down, and I just won't sit down. Like, it's so hard for me, because this is what we're programmed to do. We're programmed to be like, okay, you gotta get a job, you gotta get a job, you gotta get a job, you gotta get a job. And everybody around me is saying, you gotta get a job, you gotta get a job, you gotta get a job. I understand from a perspective that they are seeing it from, because this is what they're used to, this is what we're taught. But where I'm at, I need to be okay. I need to know my relationship that I have with God. I have to know what my purpose is. I need to be okay and know what I'm supposed to be doing, which is being obedient right now. Being obedient is what I was saying in my other video about listening to nudges, listening to what's right. I know for a fact right now that I'm supposed to take advantage of this time, because that I'm not working. When God did all this, He provided me with resources to be okay for a while, to where I don't need the job. But being in my mind sometimes, because I'm so used to having my own space, if something goes the way I don't want it to go, you have that impulsive tendency to be like, fuck this, I'm gonna go get a job. I'm gonna go get a job. And it's like, I'm sorry, somebody was calling me. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Stop doing what has not worked for you. And so I'm like, okay, there's this job that I applied for that I really wanted, because I'm able to apply my bachelor's degree, and it's just practical, and it pays a lot. It would get me back to where I need to be. But God has been showing me for a very long time that that's not what I'm supposed to be doing, and I just keep on getting sidetracked, because I be like, how am I supposed to live without a job? But God's trying to get me in this soft life that I've been wanting to live anyway, and to realize, like, you do not need to get distracted again by having this job that is going to take you away from what I'm trying to show you and what I've been trying to show you. And the reason why you haven't been able to do it is because you're always constantly working. I've been working since I was 14. I'm constantly always chasing money and just having to work. And right now He's like, I want to show you that there's a different way. I want you to show others. I want you to be an example that there is another way. You do not have to have a job. And I know this sounds crazy to some people. The people who are watching me, y'all have been really supportive. So y'all understand what I'm talking about. I don't even have to explain it. But for the people who aren't watching this video, don't understand that. And he just doesn't want me to get distracted because he knows that I'm not going to have time to put in myself. I'm going to get distracted with the money. I'm going to get distracted with the time. By the time I get off of work, I'm not going to have time to do anything that I want to do. I'm going to want to relax and do nothing. Or I'm going to try to do it, but I'm going to be trying to squeeze it all in with a little bit of time that I have before it's time to go to sleep, or try to do it on the weekends. And this is what I mean about being obedient, where he just wants me to slow down. Like, look at this. If I was at work, especially during this time, it's about to get dark early. By the time you get off of work, you have time to get off, pick up your kids, do whatever you have to do, cook, and then it's time for bed. When are you going to have time to just be able to take a walk, to clear your mind, to meditate, to just be out in nature? You can probably do it on the weekends, but typically on the weekends, you don't want to do anything because you've been working all week, or you're just trying to cram everything in, and most likely it has to do with you hanging out or trying to see people that you didn't get to see, and like you just don't really have that time for yourself. So I feel like I'm never going to have this time, this moment, these couple of months, however long it's going to take. I'm not going to have this time ever again. I feel like he's preparing me for something much bigger, to where obviously I'm going to still have my own time. But I'm talking about, obviously I'm helping out. I don't even need to say that. I'm helping out, but I don't have the responsibilities of making sure that I have this and that and this and that, and just everything that comes with everyday responsibilities. And I'm never going to have this time again. So I feel like I need to enjoy it. I need to embrace it. I need to be obedient. And I never have, because I always try to, it's like, okay, God, yeah, you said this, but I'm scared, so I'm sorry. I can't listen to you this time. I will soon, when my money is right and when I can do this and do that. But right now I can't. Like, that's always been my thing. And he's like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. And I'm like, money, money, work, work, work. Hustle, hustle, hustle. He's like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. And it's still like, and he's like, bitch. Listen, what the fuck? You keep praying for this soft life, but you don't want to take it because you don't want to trust me. And it's like, you're right. I'm scared. Sorry, shit. I'm scared. I don't know how this works. This is new for me. I don't know what I'm doing. So now I'm just like, you know what? I throw in a towel, because I feel like right now he won't even allow me to go there. He's been showing me in so many ways. He's like, no, I'm not even giving you a choice if you didn't want to listen or not. Like, he's just not allowing the old ways to happen again. And I'm so grateful for that, because I really truly need that. And I'm just sharing this because I need to get it out. Like, right now, I'm in a space where I'm trying to grow and build and find a community of people who are like me, because I can't talk to anyone in real life. I can't. I have to just be moving in silence. This isn't what. I'm just constantly, yes, and I want to move in silence, but also you need people to confide in. I don't care who you are. You need somebody to talk to. And I feel like I can't talk to anybody in my real world. They're just like, well, Everything's gonna work itself out. You got the car out the way, so you got the money for the place. So all you gotta do is get the job so that you can show verification that you are working, so that you can get your own place and all this little other stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but God is telling. I don't even know how to explain it. He doesn't want me to rush. He's like, okay, you're good with finances, so don't worry about the situation. Yes, you are uncomfortable, but I'm trying to show you something. I'm trying to change your life. Don't go back into old patterns that you've been in before, that you did not even enjoy. They didn't make you happy. Why are you rushing to go back to those situations and circumstances? I'm sorry, the lighting is absolutely terrible. That you didn't enjoy, you didn't like being in hustle mode. Yes, you had your home and your privacy, but there was so much bullshit that came with that. It's like right now is the time to just be uncomfortable for a little bit, but it's all for a bigger purpose. And switch your perspective. Don't look at this as it's a curse and you're just going through the worst thing right now and your life is so miserable because you're not in your home that you want. Look at it as in this is a blessing. This is an opportunity to move differently, to get the outcome that you want, to be able to show up in the way that you want to not allow people and my own thoughts when they creep in to take over and to get me off track of what I'm really supposed to be doing right now at this moment. And he's showing me confirmation. Like, I've been doing YouTube for about like 2 years now. And I think I've had like 15, 20 subscribers for the longest. And these last couple videos have been getting so much views. It's not about the views. It's not about the subscribers. What I'm trying to say is, why now? You know what I mean? Why now are the videos hitting and getting people's attention? And I know when I'm in alignment and I'll scroll on, I usually go to YouTube, and my TikTok is super inspirational. So my whole algorithm, it's like right now the videos that I am seeing are right on target for what I'm experiencing, to where it's like when they say, if you see this, it was meant for you. And at first I'm like this, yeah. But I get what they mean. It's like, I'm seeing this, like, it's like God is talking to me through those videos. And why yesterday or the day before last week, it wouldn't have hit me how it hit me today when I saw this video. On YouTube, I'll see videos from like 3 months ago. I used to see them. I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna pertain to me. I'm thinking about that. It should pertain to me today. Some messages are timeless, to where it can be from 3 years ago and you watch it today and it's speaking to you right at this moment, right today. And the fact that out of nowhere, people are like commenting saying, I don't even know how I was recommended or suggested, or how you even showed up on my timeline, but keep sharing your story. I'm thankful. Thank you. You helped me out with it. Nobody's ever commented except for like people that I know. No one has ever commented. And if that is not a sign, that right now I am in full alignment and this is what I should be doing, and I have to keep on going, and I have to think from my heart and think from my intuition, and not from my mind and not from my ego, who don't want me to be happy, who want me to be scared. And I'm done living in survival mode. That has not worked for me. That has not worked. I'm done. So it just shows that I am on the right path. I'm on the right track, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Things are happening the way they're randomly happening out of nowhere, and I have to pay attention to that. So, moral of the story, while we're going through, especially when we're going through crazy stuff, please pay attention to your thoughts. Sit with them. see if what you're experiencing is something that your mind is now showing you because this is your thoughts and now you created it. It's just as bad, just how you manifest stuff that for the good is just as quickly. I don't know why it's so much faster for the negative shit to come in, maybe because we are constantly always thinking about negative stuff. So it's like, but that's what almost I was going to create. I was going to create an uncomfortable space. My ego wanted me to create a comfortable point to where I was literally going to be like, fuck it, let me go and get a job, let me go get this place, and let me go do all this stuff and just get back into the rat race that I've been trying to get away from. So just pay attention, because that shit is scary. If I wasn't aware and sitting on that and sitting with those feelings, I would have been feeling like my life is the end of the world. And yes, it is hard to feel alone and to be alone. But right now, I have a job to do. So God is making me be alone. Sometimes even if the situations where you think, like I said, again, where you thought that people were going to be there on this journey with you and they end up not being with you, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be the end of the world. I'm supposed to be not paying attention to the little dumb shit that I was paying attention to about me not feeling comfortable, or me feeling like I was a burden, or me just the dumb stuff that I'm playing in my head when that's not true. And it's time for me to focus and to be on my journey alone, and me to do this alone. And it's okay. I cannot afford any distractions right now. The time is now for me to continue to grow, and me to understand, and me to sit with myself, and me to heal and grow. I am supposed to grow right now, and I'm supposed to share that with everyone. And I just hope that this was helpful. It used to be hard, like just thinking about the stuff that I share with you guys now, I would have never in a million years shared. And it's like the possibility that people that I do know will see this, and like, I don't have any thought in the back of my mind anymore. I'll be like this, no, I'm never going to say this, or I'm going to half-ass it and I'm going to just say this or that, but not going to share the nitty-gritty stuff that's really going to help people and who's going to help me. And those are the people that I don't see every day, who aren't here for me right now. So who cares? That is my new motto. Who cares? It's about me, and I just feel like this is going to be an amazing unknown journey that I've never experienced before. And it's time for me to continue to break generational curses of just settling. Like my son, he's 18. He's about to be, we just completed college applications. He wants to go to, he has a couple applications. His grades are amazing. I want him to go to college, not for the education, because it's like, I don't think the education is the main thing. I just feel like I want him to go for the experiences of life, to get out of his comfort zone, to see that there's more to life in the world than just our city where we're from. And what I am striving to do now is to show my kids, like, my kids, no matter what's going on with me, they think that I am a superwoman. They think that I can do it all, which I can. And I just want them to know, like, yeah, you seen your mom always working, but you also saw her, like, change her life around and believe something that people don't typically believe or even understand. And how I'm showing them, and I am allowing them to grow and be the best versions of themselves that they can be, and that there's so much more to life. They are going to be able to teach that to their kids. Like, my family from now on will know bravery. They will only know follow your heart. they will look at people. They're not going to look at people crazy, because we just will have kind hearts and we're not judging anyone from what they don't know. But they'll see people from the outside world and just be like, how can I help them in a way that, in an understandable way, that that way is not correct, that the unsafe, non-rat race path is the way to go. And I'm just grateful for this time in my life, and I'm grateful that I get to share it. I'm grateful that I'm documenting it. I can't wait to see where I'm at in a couple years from now, where it's like, y'all, remember where I was complaining about this and that and how I didn't have this? But I'm gonna have my house. I'm gonna have my dream home. I'm gonna have everything that I want. But now is the time to be patient and to put the work in and just see things unfold in front of my eyes. And fortunately, that doesn't require me working for anyone. And it's showing me I have a completely different relationship. I said this before, but I have a completely different relationship to money now. And today I found $60 in my hoodie. Mind you, the life that I was living before this, I was like penny pinching. Like, I was so holding on to money. Like, how could I not have seen that $60? Like, I would have been on that $60. And the fact that I just randomly found it, it's like, yo, that ain't nobody but God. It's only $60, but $60 is $60. I don't care if it was $5. I wouldn't have let that just slide. Like, I would have held on to it. I would have had that calculated and accounted for. And now it's like, times like now, it's just like, I'm focused on bigger things than what I was focusing on before, and I have to pay attention to that. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed for this time of my life. I'm blessed that God chose me to do this. Little old me, what did he see in me? But now I know what he's seen in me, and it's showing. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for just the love and the support that you guys have been showing me. I ain't never had no comments before. And I just want to remain humble. I want to remain grounded. What I feel like what I'm sharing and the things that I want to teach, it requires me to remain grounded to where I can't get lost. It's not like a typical influencer where I'm just promoting this stuff and this best life and all this other stuff, and I'm getting lost, and then I'm not going to have content. I'm constantly growing, so I don't see why I wouldn't constantly have something to provide and share. So I just feel like this path is just right. It's right on time. But okay, I'm gonna end it here. I be getting in my mode and be going off, but I do really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the experience. I appreciate where I'm at. I'm appreciating that God's allowing my videos to be seen and that it's helping people out there. And I love y'all, and stay with me. I have more stuff to share, and like, comment, subscribe. And we're about to be on a wild ride, and I can't wait to just experience it and to just continue to grow. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.